Hey guys, welcome back to Filter Coffee Football. Holiday season means way too many matches to cover, and therefore we're going to smush Matchday 14 and Matchday 15 together. But yeah, here goes nothing. Matchday 14. Newcastle 1, Norwich 1. A relegation 6-pointer for two new managers. Talk about stakes. Kieran Clark given the opportunity to prove his worth, and he says, no thank you. How walked away with a point is a miracle. Dean Smith might just end up going bald by the end of the season if he keeps picking his hair apart each time Norwich miss an opportunity to score and miss an opportunity to win a match.
Leeds 1-0 Crystal Palace. This is a theme that's going to be prevalent next week, but it started this week. Rafinha converted a 90-plus 4-minute penalty in a game which neither team deserved to win, but Leeds definitely will take away all 3 points if you give them a handball.
West Ham United 1, Brighton Hove Albion 1. The surprise packet of early season meet the surprise packet of mid-season, and boy were there fireworks. From chances missed to goals scored to wonderful football to with some VAR controversy thrown in, this match had literally everything. It was like the opening first act match where the hero meets the villain. It's a stalemate now, but we're all excited for round 2.
Watford 1, Chelsea 2. Ranieri meets another of his old club and gives them 3 points. This was expected from Chelsea to dominate this game, and they eventually did. Mason Mount definitely living up to the golden boy tag, and he just can't stop scoring.
Southampton 2, Leicester City 2. Name two teams in more desperate need of a result and a porous defense. I dare you. Bednarek concedes 2 goals yet scores 10 points on FPL. Make sense of that. Takeaways from this match, both teams need to sack their defensive coaches.
Wolves 0, Burnley 0. The only good thing about this game was the highlights reel, which was shorter than the average time of 12 minutes for the tamest of ever draws that you see in the Premier League.
Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 2. Two of the best midfielders of their generations going head to head. This was the opening line when the match kicked off, and I was like, no way he's comparing Gerrard to Pep Guardiola. Quick Google search, and Pep Guardiola is actually got a pretty star-studded playing career. Anyway, almost a routine win for Manchester City. At least when it comes to managerial talent, Pep Guardiola is miles ahead of Steven Gerrard.
We come up with the second biggest fixture of this game week, and that's not because I'm biased, but that's actually because it's true. It's the Merseyside derby that you're talking about. Everton seemed to be in control of this game in the first half, but a game is of 2 halves and Liverpool just dominated them. They just smashed Rafa Benitez and reminded him that he's probably their ex and he should stay away from Liverpool.
Tottenham Hotspur 2, Brentford 0. Pontus Jansson assisted Canos for an own goal. You don't see that very often. Conte Spurs pretty much easing past a Brentford that has generally proven to be quite a troublesome side in the league. As an Arsenal fan, this does not bode well.
I'll tell you why this doesn't bode well. It's because we played the biggest game of the season, probably the biggest rivalry in recent history, and ended up being losers. We lost to a Manchester United side that was in dire straits. Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2. This was probably the game of errors wherein Arsenal just gifted Cristiano Ronaldo his 800th goal. Well, yeah, that's it. We gave away 3 points.
Moving on to match day 15.
West Ham United versus Chelsea. Another London derby. You most likely guessed the winner wrong. West Ham United won this game because Arthur Masuaku actually did something that probably some other wingers and strikers don't do. That is look up. He saw Edward Mendy off of his line and went for it. And that was the goal that sealed the game for West Ham.
Newcastle 1, Burnley 0. It finally happened. On their 15th go at it, thanks to a ton of help from Nick Pope, Newcastle finally have a win. Not to say that they didn't deserve it. Now that this monkey is off of their back, let's see if they can get the elephant, aka relegation, off of their back.
Southampton 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Continuing with the theme of last-minute goals, Neil Maupay steals away a point for Brighton from Southampton. Southampton, the side with the most number of points dropped from winning positions, 15 more than any other club. I don't know what Ralph Hasenhüttl must be thinking right now.
Wolves 0, Liverpool 1. Liverpool travelled to Molineux for some attacking practice. Real nice of Wolves to offer up their defense to Liverpool to test out some fancy moves. I guess someone told Klopp and co eventually that this match would end up being counted as an official match only after Divock Origi was subbed on. Nonetheless, he scored and Liverpool got onto the bus back home as fresh as when they stepped off of it.
Watford won 3 Man City. Probably a result that people already knew, but maybe City could have won this game with a clean sheet. And Bernardo Silva, the man with the golden spoon, golden leg, whatever you want to call it, he just can't stop scoring.
Manchester United won, Crystal Palace nil. Quite possibly the highlight of this match day because obviously Manchester United are the Kardashians of the footballing world. Despite only a 1-0 result, the performance was there for everyone to see. Just goes to show that once you bring someone who actually knows what they are doing, it doesn't take long for the train to get back on track, irrespective of inclement weather.
Leeds to Brentford 2. Another game and another 90 plus 5 equalizer. Leeds are the only team that have consistently scored 90 plus goals this season, probably 3 of them. And all of them have been either equalizers or winners. I don't know what's kicking in there, but there is some secret sauce that lets them score 90 plus.
Tottenham Hotspur 3, Norwich nil. One new manager bounce has definitely not lasted too long. Guess who we are talking about? On the flip side though, Spurs are 5th with a match in hand. 5th match in hand. So they're basically 4th. Can't decide if Levy is a genius for having got Conte in or just plain stupid lucky that his penny pinching hasn't done any permanent damage to their hopes of European football. At least Harry Kane is still miserable.
So the Tottenham result hurts all the more because I'm going to talk about another game, that is Everton 2, Arsenal 1. Another late winner, but an absolutely wonderful one by Demarai Gray. Kudos to Thomas Partey for his self-awareness. As he mentioned, he dropped a 4 out of 10 overall, but then he turns up this game and he drops a 2 out of 10. I don't know what to say.
Aston Villa 2, Leicester City 1. It appears that Steven Gerrard slips only when he's playing for Brendan Rodgers and not against him. Some VAR buffoonery really tried to rob Villa of a win by inventing some new rules or at least putting a new spin on old rules. Alas, the villains were having none of it, and Stevie G is now lighting up the Premier League as a manager. And that was 2 match days smushed into one. Thank you so much for joining us today, and yeah, hope to see you again next weekend for another exciting match day of football. Take care, have a great day. Like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and bye.